as for in oncology, as when we decide for a patient he is a candidate for chemotherapy or not, say, so we have a very simple, we have some questionnaires, quality of life questionnaires. We do our performance status scores like ECOG and all, where we see whether the patient is ambulatory, whether the patient is able to walk on his own or not, or her or own or not. What is the nutritional status of the patient? What is the body weight? How well is the patient or not? So depending, it is not a one set parameter, but it is a combination of multiple parameters. So for example, we take into consideration the age of the patient. We take into consideration the other problems like hypertension, diabetes mellitus, heart problems, previous history of surgeries and all into consideration. We see what is the primary diagnosis of cancer, which malignancy is it, what stage is it at, was there any response to the treatment or not previously, what all treatments have been done till now, what are the the incurred side effects or toxicities of those treatments on the patient, and what is the present status of the patients nutritionally, also, then in the terms of mobility, also in terms of emotion also, and obviously the financial aspect also. So all this assessment goes together hand in hand to make a particular understanding about a condition, where we decide that is it beneficial to go ahead with the treatment or not. So because see, certain cancers like pancreas cancers or biliary cancers, where the outcomes are not good despite the best efforts, and a patient who is not affording or not very well to do, I don't see a point of encouraging them to go for costlier and multiple lines of treatment, when ultimately we know that the outcomes cannot be changed with aggressive treatment also by say couple of months. So then again, though the family's understanding, the family's wishes do come into account, but again we also have to make an assessment on all these issues, and then do counsel the family or the patients about the need of further treatment or not, and if needed, then what would be the best possible treatment in such cases. It's a multidisciplinary, multiple persons being involved in this decision process, because it's not treating like a simple infection where you go to a doctor will prescribe you some medicines for a week and 10 days, and then you will go back home nicely. It is about a disease where most of the times at one point will come when the patient is not cured, patient is going down, we have limited amounts of months left for the patient's survival, and our intention, both the family and the doctor, is to make those last months of the life to be comfortable, and quality of life should be maintained. Now in those months, if we are very sure, or the family is very sure that they want to go ahead with the treatment, understanding the risks and benefits, and the treating doctor also feels that all these treatments are ultimately going to increase the survival of the patient, then only we offer such treatments, or immunotherapies, targeted therapies, chemotherapies, whatsoever. But suppose if the underlying cause, we know that the previous disease response has not been good, the patient is elderly, patient is not in a good emotional state, the patient is not eating orally, or the nutrition status is not good, patient is not ambulatory. For such patients, I do not think that by offering them aggressive therapies or chemotherapies would enhance his survival. On the contrary, they might increase their side effects, the quality of life further may go down, and the ultimate intention of help, actually we end up doing more harm to the patient than benefit. So I
Right.
think it is a decision which is to be taken not only by one person, but in consultation with the family, the doctor. The decision has to be made understanding both the pros and cons. Though it is a very difficult decision, because families, it is difficult for them to accept that no, nothing can be done. But again, it has to be not only an emotional decision, but a practical one as well, because then only in the end patient is going to be benefited out of this.